So if the heat wave goes through the ceramic, that heat wave lengthens. The length of the heat wave becomes longer. So it cooks softer. So people who don't like to have brown rice, we cook, and John and I have been cooking my brown rice with beans in the crock pot. For 30 years plus, that's our practice. And we are enjoying still because it tastes better. Anyway, we start the beans there with 5 cups of water, and 2.5 a cup is just 1 pound. Beans are sold by the pound in the small packages, so I made that recipe just 1 pound, 2.5 cup. Just rinse it and put in the crock pot and 5 cups of water. You don't need to soak it. And you think, some people say, oh, I have so much gas problem. But if you cook this way, soft, you don't have that much problem. And if you have a bean cause you gas, just continue to eat maybe 2 weeks. And your body have adjusted to it, and you don't have that problem anymore. That's the secret. And then we have, each one healthy people have 3 pounds of bacteria. Did you know that? I went to that was last year in Long Beach, Aspen meeting, and they were discussing about probiotics, the beneficial bacteria that live in our system. And our probiotic bacteria decide whether we are obese or thin. And they have 2 different kind of tests with it. And one obese person, not the person, mouse, big mouse, rat or mouse. And then they have an obese mouse, thin mouse. And they took that probiotic, their intestinal bacteria out and exchanged it. What happened? Thin mouse become obese, fat mouse become thin. So, people who have little problem of too thin or too obese, it's not 100%, I shouldn't say, partially because of the bacteria that resides in our body, weighing 3 pounds. But these bacteria cause different, if we eat what we eat, makes difference. So bean eating makes good, healthy bacteria in our body. And I just mashed it, and then we'll put some vegetable in it. And recently I joined the Dr. Ross program. He's gone now. He's there. He's trying to make this area, Roseburg County, or Douglas County, to blue zone areas. He's trying very hard. So, and then promoting complete plant-based, no free fats. And so I have been vegetarian for 60 plus years, right? But I had some eggs. When I went to meetings like this, are you okay? All right. Food as medicine meeting, they were complete vegetarian diet, but then they gave hard-boiled egg. So, okay, hard-boiled egg is not oxidized, so that's the best way to serve eggs. That's why they say. So I started having some eggs. I was using some oil, but since I joined Dr. Ross program and working with him, I completely follow that no oil program, or what we call. They started that program from Weimar. Dr. J.M. Hoffman started that first years ago. Anyway, you know what happened? my skirt, tight skirt, fitting better. And I lost 4 pounds. Okay, so we start with water instead of oil. And then, what is this? Is garlic. Garlic makes good flavor. Garlic has a special nutrient that is helping, almost like medicine. And so these vegetables, it's all in your recipe. Just cook it. Yeah, that's good. Thank you. So don't burn it, and just cook it. Sometimes I need like this, and it cooks fast and soft. There you go. Thank you, Eileen. Why do you put so much stuff in that bean patty? Yesterday, tell the truth, last night we had 2 batches bean patty made. It's in the back. And I tasted it. It's a little funny. And I forgot to put this side the seasonings. So it tastes a little bit, it's okay, but a little not so good. So I made new batches. This is the fine batches. And today, I'm not going to make any mistake, okay? So, first, you add your rice, brown rice, and mix this all together. This is oatmeal. And then we had the bean loaf. And quite a few people told me about, oh, your bean loaf is wonderful. I made it. Good. But this one is bean loaf plus some more. So I add, this is ground up flaxseed. When you deal with flaxseed, what do you think about first? Omega-3 fatty acids. Now, omega-3 fatty acids are vulnerable when it's broken up like this, vulnerable for oxidation. When I put it's not done. Okay, I keep flaxseed in the jar and cover with the foil. The oxidation caused by oxidation, 3 things: light, air, temperature. And then light is strongest oxidation causing substance. The substance, you call it light is substance too, right? Anyway, so you have to block the light when you keep any oil containing nuts or seeds. And then high oil, especially, and long polyunsaturated fat containing nuts, like walnuts, to keep it long, when you broke up, you need to keep in the freezer. And then ground the flaxseed like this, you must keep in the container that light doesn't go through, in the refrigerator. So all the oils actually need to be in the refrigerator. But olive oil is not kept in the refrigerator. Why? Because it has more monounsaturated. The saturation causes things stable. So unsaturated means not stable. So our essential fatty acids, essential means you need to have it, right? Essential fatty acids are all polyunsaturated, both of them. So when you put those things, you need to keep in the refrigerator and special care for it. Otherwise, it gets rancid. That was walnuts. This is sesame seed ground up. Same thing. Sesame seed contains special fatty acids that has some antioxidant things. It's called sesamolin or something like that. It has high, it has a ratio of high essential fatty acids, but still stable. It's almost cooked. And if you are, it's not burning, but you can put little water. This is a germ with germ. The reason I add all these things are increasing the nutritional value. Look at here in the analysis. This patty is actually very nutritious, better than meat patties. And the color looks like meat patty too. I used dark kidney beans, so it's a dark color. When I make the patties, oh, it looks like meat patties I used to see in the hospital kitchen. Anyway, it has calcium, iron, zinc, and those things are all important for vegetarian diets. And then this will add more liquid. Okay, I will take it fast. And I think that vegetable is ready. Okay. This burner, it's called magnetic something. Burton. It's wonderful. It cooks so fast. But it requires special care because not every pan goes there. It requires the heavy ones. The light stainless doesn't work there. So, thank you. And mix all together. And let's see, put a little more salt. And then all the seasoning there. Basil and parsley. This is sage, curry powder, and cumin, paprika. So it's all there now. I didn't omit anything. It smells strong, kind of smell, but it tastes good. That makes good taste. And then if you have something that is not very tasty, then add molasses. Molasses, I went to see what some recipes call adding some Worcestershire sauce. I cannot spell. Yeah, that's hard to say. Oh, well, some recipes call for making patties some special sauce, So I went to see what it is in there. So first item, all of those sauces, steak sauce, barbecue sauce, whatever sauce, all had molasses. That makes dark color too. But then molasses make good flavor as well as nutrition because it's very high in iron. And some sweet taste, it imparts that it's good too. So, seasonings could be whole food, like this. Carrots is a whole food. We put it in there, and then it adds more raw carrots, so it adds more, Carotene, vitamin C, and a lot of good things in the carrots, right? And the carrots, the root vegetable, have a short fiber. It has fiber, but easily digestible. And the hard to digest vegetables, I cooked in there already. So those are easy to digest because it's cooked. But carrot is not that way, so I use just like this. And then we have nice, not to use any spray or oil in the pan. What is this? Parchment paper. It's just wonderful. I use that under the cookies and loaf and this. And someone asked me, why did you use little coconut oil in loaf pan? And after that, I was thinking, well, this coconut oil is safest to use in high temperature, which has 92% saturated fats. And also coconut oil has lauric acid, which is good. It increases HDL and something like that. So, but I could do without it. Cut this up, put it under loaf pan, and put it on. Then you don't need to. This is wonderful. This is a quarter of a cup thing. Just put like this. And one, thumb, like that. And then to flatten it, I think, oh, what do I do with this? Flatten it. Best thing is my hand. Hand is best tool, right? And water is the best thing to use. So put this little bit. I found that out this morning, making that. Put little water and then flatten it. It works just wonderful. Okay, that is patty now. And we have to be hurried. So, next thing is soy curl. You have that recipe over there, right? Okay. The soy curl is wonderful meat replacement because it is whole food, nothing added, nothing taken out. And it requires some extensive technical machines, so not everybody can do it. So only one place in the United States. So I can show you without any, commercial, any problem. Soy curls. It is made in Oregon. Yeah, it is made in Northern Oregon. And so it is wonderful. I'll show you how to do it. This one, you make little, what is this? This is miso containing, 3 things in your recipe. 2 1/3 cup water and onion. Always onion makes good flavor. And then walnut pieces. The walnut pieces make the color. That's the secret of making color like beef. Okay? And then liquid amino, and you boil it. In the soup, it's already boiled. So, in there, it's all ready to put this. And I need a spoon. Yep. Yeah, they sell, in the showrooms, they sell in bulk. I have some extra here. If anyone wants to buy, $4 per package. And then today, we have some contests going on there. We have a legume, 12 different kind of beans, 12 different kind of grains. If you make the names connected, just put the numbers. And if you do a lot of them, we'll give you a prize. One of each. So do that, okay? And now, you see these walnut pieces here? Do you see that? And that made a color, dark color. And then you put this, just like that. And then just mix it in the liquid so that this dry thing will absorb. This is already cooked, so you can just eat it like that. And I sent my daughter, and she said, Mom, I eat that all raw. Just put it in a salad and eat it. It's fine. That's fine. And this is not, it's not same as the other soy product that is made from isolated soy protein because it's a whole thing in it. It has the soybean skin and fiber, everything in it. So it's a whole food. So you put it in here, let it absorb the liquid, and then Okay. Product that is done. Can you see that? That looks like, really looks like beef. And it reminds me my son-in-law who loves steak, what they call? No, steak sandwich, Philly's steak sandwich. He's from Philadelphia. So when we visited, when they got first married, my daughter didn't learn how to cook meat. She is vegetarian. So they made some kind of contract before they get married, looks like. One contract is, my daughter said, okay, Mom, to the husband-to-be, I do not care the price. It comes to the food. I will get the best kind of quality is my priority. So I don't care the price. But I will get only best food as it comes to the, material for food. But she gets only vegetarian food, though it doesn't cost much. But anyway, that was something like that they did. So my son-in-law missed his meat, right? He grew up in Philadelphia as normal Italian family. He's tall man. Anyway, so when we went to visit for the first time or his house, his father took him, let's go to the steakhouse. So we followed. Okay, you guys come too. So I was interested in what steak sandwich is. Because he loves a steak sandwich. And what it is putting in the meat, bread, cut it into half, and they put actually like Korean barbecue like beef. Cut it up just like that. Looks like, this. Put it in the bread. And that was his Philly's steak sandwich. And he loves. So he ate whole thing just like that. And his father gave his to him. I was interested to see that. Okay, anyway. So when it's kind of cooking like this, I lower temperature. And then you put your garlic and green onion. That is the type of seasonings you do for beef. I was vegetarian, but I watched enough how people are seasoning their meat. Especially my husband's family is a meat-eating family. When I got married first, he got a little bit malnourished because he was alone doing vegetarian diet in his meat-eating family. So if you change your diet, you have to do it whole family together, just like Stephanie said, a community, a family base. Because husband like to eat meat, wife doesn't want to, then it's gonna not so work good. So if you come both together, couples, wonderful. Because when I found out any nutritional or cooking demonstration or cooking schools, we have to go together. Otherwise, it doesn't work well. Right? Anyway, this is sesame oil. This is the only place I put a little bit of sesame oil to get this flavor of that beef, Korean barbecue beef-like flavor. And if you do that, and then you mix well, 1 teaspoon of oil does not cause that much trouble. And then it's all ready, but I add extra ground sesame seed. What does it do? This add more essential fatty acids that we need. So when we cook whole food, no oil, but we mind also that we still need essential fatty acids. So you add some nuts or some seeds, like sesame seed or any other kind of nuts, to make it more nutritious. Perfect food for us, okay? And now, why I did this? to make stir-fry vegetables, right? Oh, wait. No, come here. Okay. Now, this is we already have a nice thing made. It's going to be no, this doesn't work.
What you want to show?
Yeah, I wanted to show. If you have a pan like this, if you make small amount, you can put one vegetable to the other, all added together. But what I do, each vegetables cook differently and flavor differently. So I usually do, when I cook something for the potluck, most of the times I cook large servings. I cook it's called the Japchae, right? Korean dish. Japchae, you have a recipe. It's a typical Korean food they usually eat at the holidays or special occasions. They always have this item because it requires a lot of vegetables and it has some meat in it, and people like to enjoy eating this. So I'm going to do that today without any oil. So this nice pan does not work in there. I cannot use this because this doesn't have a steel in it. It has something else. To work in this magnetic heat thing, you have to have a steel in the bottom. Otherwise, it doesn't work. That's what it is. I need that liquid there. No. It's fine. Okay. Now I make broth. Instead of using a lot of oil, to use broth, water, and it has little molasses, and it has little liquid amino. Liquid amino is like soy sauce. So those two, and then I add, what else? Yeah, this is called Chinese 5 spices, just a little bit of it. And then you can get it from Shums. And then ginger. About ginger. Ginger makes good flavor, and it is good for your digestion. I add. Okay. It's hot. Okay, I started. It's not good. It's not good. I need plain water too. Yeah. I don't want to burn anything. And I need onion. I don't know what happened to onion. Well, not that much. Onion is not there. Okay, when you stir fry, you start to cook onion first, because onion make the pan kind of season it, and onion doesn't change the color because it's white anyway. Colorful food like this, greens usually change colors. So you like to cook the vegetable that doesn't change color that much, is like carrots first, right? Where's onion?
We're working.
Oh, okay. So I cook carrot first. Okay? Since I don't use any oil, I put a little bit of salt. Where is salt? Oh, I went someplace. Anyway, if you put little sprinkle of salt, then this vegetable become like sweating, right? It's soaked, so it's easy to cook that way. And stir frying, the important thing is not to cook too long or too little. So, somebody said, what type of salt do you use? What I use is, if you go to Sharm, there is bulk beans sea salt. And you read it, and it says dried sea water. And then I use that a little bit because this might, normal salt contain iodine. Iodine is important. If you just use without iodine salt, then you miss iodine. So I like to use sea salt because sea salt contains magnesium. It might have iodine, not much. I don't need that much because I eat seaweed for iodine. I don't have any problem with iodine. But anyway, I like to cook those things with sea salt. Okay. I put it in here because we can mix it better. You start to cook that noodle. I'll show noodles. And then japchae contains a special noodle like this. It's called in Orient. It's very stiff and hard. And then some people, Okinawa, Stephanie said they eat a lot of sweet potato. This is made by sweet potato starch. And some other bean like this is made with mung bean starch. But anyway, these are called japchae noodle. In the book, in analysis, cellophane noodle. So, Roseburg have something else. What happened that thing? That yellow package? No, the different kind of Roseburg. I don't know other store, but I go to Sherm's and they have some called bean thread. It's called bean thread made by mung bean. So that is original. But this Asian store in Eugene, we buy from them, and it's a lot there available. I generally use more onions because onion makes good flavor, and if you cook just right onion becomes sweet, and onion has a special nutrients. I don't know exactly how it works, but I heard it calms down your nervousness. So in the army, they cook onion soup before their big battle tomorrow or after big battle. They calm down the soldiers using onion soup. And onion cooked, after cooking, it becomes sweet. And how do you know if it is cooked? It become a little see-through, or what do you call it? Translucent. Right, translucent. I'm learning English. Yeah. After 46 years. I started to learn English from I was in maybe middle school. Back in Korea, they start to learn English because English is a word, whatever language. So they even teach grade school kids. They learn English. Anyway, this is started to cook. Yes. Yeah, bean thread. I have the yellow package somewhere. I was going to show. So you can cook two vegetables together, you know. This is red, wonderful red bell pepper from Costco. And bell pepper, when it's red, it contains more vitamin C. And I checked this is siphon, this is bean thread. It's available in the shop. And it has Same kind of quality, but it cooks longer. It cooks longer. It's a thinner, but after cooking, it's almost same as the other one. Okay. When it's cooked, it looks like this. See-through, kind of, some people call glass noodle or, well, anyway, the book says cellophane noodles. Ooh, burning. So, the ones you will be eating is already done. It's perfectly done. So don't worry about this. It's not. Yeah, done. Yes. Yeah. So would you bring that over? The noodles? So you cook this vegetable, okay. Covering makes very important. Then it cooks faster. Okay. This requires a little bit of work. I always say, if you spend time in the kitchen, you will not spend time in the hospital bed. Not much. What I'm talking about is relatively. Of course, you need a hospital, but not much. So this got burned a little bit. When you do this burn, just put in the water and rinse it, and it's okay. But this one, I'll just smoke the flavor. Just use it. This is mushroom. Now, I have added 3 different mushrooms. This one is baby portobello. I saw, this is nice. So I bought that. And then went to Sharm. They had shiitake. This is the most used in Oriental cooking. Shiitake is growing in the oak tree. And the mushroom is growing well in Oregon because it's a perfect weather. And then this kind of little bitty one, it's a beach mushroom. I used 3 of them. And mushroom makes flavor. So put some of these, more. And then when I use stir frying, I add some more little curry powder. And then I need a little paper towel or something. Paper towel. Yeah. Mushroom should be cooked. Don't eat mushroom raw. Because in food safety, I learned the most people who come to have a food poisoning is coming from sprouts. Sprouts. Yeah, alfalfa sprouts. And people think it's clean and they don't wash it and they just eat it. But they grow. Organic ones, same. Because organic ones also grow, the growing medium is what? More animal manure. And then E. coli is from animal stuff. So you need to wash well sprouts or mushrooms also. Mushroom has some other stuff that require cooking. And sometimes pizza place, they add the mushroom just raw, and I said, no, mushroom should be cooked, just not too long, but cooked, You don't need to cook too long, just like this, okay? And then you can cook, all right? Let me explain this a little bit. This one is very soft when you cook it. What is it, zucchini? So we put little salt so that hardens the vegetable, like zucchini, eggplant, and something that's soft vegetable, you salt lightly. And this one is cut a little too thick, but then Salting makes water come out so that the vegetable become a little easier to handle, become harder. And that's what we have done that. That wonderful zucchini we have. This time of the year, zucchini is very valuable. In the summertime, we don't care, right? Okay. This one. There's a lot of zucchini in there. So the water, I generally put a little more salt than water that is left. I don't use it because it's too salty. Yeah, put little salt and make sure you cover. Because with air, some vegetable is cut like this part become oxidized. Sometimes if you leave too long, like cabbage or that, become bitter because it's oxidized. So when it's cut vegetables, you need to make sure you cover it. I generally put pat down and just one of those plastic bag cover with the side not printed. And then about 1 hour, and then it cooks very well. And this one, to cook fast, you have to put this. And then I will generally put, this is curry powder. Curry powder contains what? Turmeric. And turmeric is known anti-inflammatory substance it contains. So curcumin is the extraction from turmeric, and it works like anti-inflammatory drugs. That's what some doctor said. I didn't say that. I said it, but I add some of that, and then this vegetable become more yellow. The yellow color comes from that turmeric, and when you stir fry, the chopsticks work very good. I have it, but this is wonderful too. Bamboo stuff. Now while it's cooking, I'll show you the noodles. The noodle, this noodle is so stiff and hard to cut. If you cook it dry and try to cut it, then you have to cut it and it's not cut evenly. So we soak it in the water and cut it with the scissors so that evenly cut. If you put this in the water, it becomes softer, then you can manage to cut with scissors. Otherwise, it's very strong. And then after you cook it, just like cooking noodles, become like that, and drain it in cold water. It's ready to actually add in there, but not plain just like that. We season it first. Okay. And this requires some evaporation because there's so much water in there. So you can use it in big pan. It's easy. And the vegetable mixture is of your own desire. Because I can use eggplant, I can use green beans, I can use asparagus, and you can also use some other vegetables. What can you use? Sometimes tomato is even added. It's okay. Pea pods. Well, that's how we like to use it. But it requires special care because the color changes so fast. The pea pods you forget and then blast. Cook last. Okay? And then cabbage is to add. Noodles require, I like add a little sesame oil in there. I think I added in the recipe. Much better. Usually it doesn't have to. Cold water. It doesn't stick long. I think I added in the recipe. It doesn't come out. Oh, what's the matter? Usually it doesn't happen this way. Cold water. It doesn't stick normally. But anyway, it did. So add, make it loose and add this seasoning, then make it more loose. And then noodles. It says 1 teaspoon sesame oil. I thought so. And otherwise, I would use a lot, but then a lot more, like tablespoons. But then I started not to use oil and see how it goes. I'm trying to see how. I still believe we need essential fatty acids. Yeah. Just 1 teaspoon. Okay. And you don't need to cook long because this is already cooked. And just add it all together. That's, you know what Japchae means? Chop means different things. Chop means multitude of substance. Chae means cutting in thin. So Japchae means vegetable cut in thin form. And okay, you have to, almost missed the problem. Okay, you need to add this meat in there, right? This is your beef, okay? And add, looks good now, right? The color is all good. The food needs to be tasty, enjoyable, and colorful, and nutritious. And I want all of you to eat that way. Thank you. Okay, now, next we will have coleslaw by Crystal Kroner, our head elder, Heather Dickness. Okay, come out. All right. Where are you? I cleared the place. Come. Clear. No, come out. You do it.
Are you going to put that on me?
Oh? Yeah, sure.